Hi, everyone. You're each doing such a great job on developing a thesis, but I did want to take a couple of minutes and clarify some things. First and foremost, make sure that the topic that you're selecting is in line with the approved topics. You can find the list on the description for your final research paper under week one. A couple other things I wanted to mention is that make sure that your thesis includes a couple of critical elements. Number one, it should have your topic. Secondly, it should have your stance on your issue. And third, it should have the reason or reasons why you're choosing this. Now, if you give yourself more than one reason, you have more to talk about in your paper. So I tend to go with three reasons, and that's usually a pretty good rule of thumb to follow. So that's a recommendation. Be sure that you're checking the feedback that I gave to you from your discussion too. I tried to reply to everyone, and by the time this video is posted, I may still be in the process of replying to everyone. But I want to make sure that you each get feedback specifically on your thesis because it is the most important thing in your paper. It is the whole thing that you're building your paper around. On the screen here, I have an example of a thesis that I have been working on actually for another class where the assignment is to create a persuasive essay trying to get someone to donate money to a specific nonprofit organization. So you can see I've chosen the Cleveland Animal Protective League. And I have been brainstorming here about the various reasons that I want to support the Cleveland APL, how I could appeal to pathos, ethos, and logos using emotions, ethics, and logic. The thesis that I developed is the Cleveland Animal Protective League is an essential nonprofit to support because they provide spay-neuter services in addition to adoption. So there's my reason one. They provide humane investigation services, second reason. And there's evidence for the link between animal cruelty and human mistreatment. So that's my third reason. The possible oppositions that I could be considering within my paper would be helping animals is nice, but there are too many humans who need help. They should be a priority, which personally I don't agree with, but that would be my opposition. Of course, humans are important, but there's a strong link between through conducting research. I've known this in the past through animal violence and human mistreatment. So I know that that's been shown through research already. I know I can pull that into my paper. Another option would be that people might oppose what I'm promoting. That's why the city kennels are there, or that's what the city kennels are for. I already pay taxes for that. Well, the city kennels don't do all the things that a nonprofit does, specifically the humane investigations role. And adoptions, the numbers, if you compare throughout different cities, they're debatable. So, well, those are my reasons, and those are the oppositional points that I am anticipating. So I hope that you're going through that kind of logic while you're creating your thesis. You're making sure you have your topic, you have a stance on the topic, and then you incorporate the reasons, also anticipating the opposition you might get from other perspectives. Next up, we're going to have a video on critical thinking and creative thinking, the differences and why they're both important to consider. I'll see you in a minute.